Hi, everybody. Kind of a Christmas theme today. Uh, been a while. Today, I'd like to talk about learning songs correctly, in particular on the guitar. All right, I'm going to explain my theories or my thought process, and hopefully, it can help you out, you know, just to learn things right. And I'll explain why I want to learn it right. Okay, the reason I have the Christmas thing on is we have a Christmas party coming up. And of course, it's for whoever, but it's the band Christmas party. A lot of fun. So at the last minute, we're learning a bunch of songs. We actually got 8 new songs. We got to have some Christmas songs in there. And then the day before rehearsal, I'm like, hey, I want to do If We Make It Through December by Merle Haggard. Well, yeah, it's kind of last minute, but when you're the band leader, sometimes you do stuff like that. So let's do it. Of course, I don't even know the song, so I got to figure it out. I just want to do it because it's a great song. Always loved that song. The problem is, and the reason I've never learned it, and this is why this is the perfect song to discuss, is it's not an A440. And it's not necessarily an easy song. It's kind of got jazzy overtones. There's stuff going on. All right. So it's not in A440. I don't want to tune to whatever they are. Because listen, back in the day, they tuned to the piano, which is probably off key, or a lot of times for radio, they took the song and they sped it up to make it like under 3 minutes or under 3.5 minutes. Well, then the key's sharper than it should have been. So it probably was originally in C, although it's somewhere north of C on the recording. All right, we got to learn the song. Let's sit down and learn the song. So Ron says, Ron, would you pretend it's you too? Let's work through this together. So now we got a problem. I can't just listen to it. I try to find live versions of Merle doing it. I couldn't really find anything that's decent, like on Spotify. I use Spotify. So let's go on the internet. Let's just do the guitar tabs. So I start, I'm not going to mention the names. There's all kinds of them out there do tabs. So I start going through them. Now here's something I want to stick to you hard. Sing the song. Even if you're not a great singer, try your best. Sing along with the song. So you've got the guitar chords and you sing and you try your best to learn the melody. So I kind of know the song a little bit, so it wasn't very hard to learn the melody. When you play the chords and you sing, it's like the resonance is wrong. It's fine for playing around the campfire, but you want to be a professional, or as professional as you can personally be. So let's go on to YouTube, where we are now. Then we can watch somebody teach us. Well, there's multiple people with that song. Same problem I had with the charts. It's not right. Now, part of the reason it might not be right, it's probably not easy for them to learn the song because it's not in A440. And they've done their best. And their best isn't good enough. And no offense to any of these people or these people who are donating their time and putting charts online. That's wonderful that you're helping people out. But I gotta have it right. So the next thing I would suggest is look for a live video of the band play. We couldn't find one on Spotify of just that. Let's find a live one because I've done that before. You watch live and you can see the finger work going on, if it's acoustic especially. And sometimes I'll have a close up. Sometimes you got to stop it. But you see, oh, that's the chord they're using. Oh, that's the fingering that's going on. Oh, I was doing it wrong. So YouTube is a fantastic tool that way. I couldn't find anything decent of Merle doing it live. So the next thing you do is you look for other people doing the cover of it. Because now I'm kind of stuck. I don't trust what people are telling me. I found back on Spotify, you may not remember this artist, but it's Michael Martin Murphey. Wildfire, all that stuff. He did a version of it, and it's in D. And here's another tip: D's better for my voice. It's that a little bit higher, and it's just like, ooh, this is better. So now I can deep dive. So now we get into it. You found a good version. You're listening to it. Doesn't matter if it's a cover. But when you sing it, there's a big difference when you're singing, especially in songs like this with those sevenths. Or they go from majors to minors just for a second. That song is brilliant, by the way. in order to sing it properly, you need those chords in there. You're a guitar player, or you needs to play it properly. And there's walk downs in that, like just simple walk downs, but your voice will follow along. And if you're playing around the campfire and you don't do that stuff, it's probably okay. Nobody's going to care. But here's the difference. Here's what I find people have said. They go watch a band, they see you guys play. It's like, oh, yeah, it sounds great. Good band. They go see another band. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. They've heard these songs before. Even just the layman who's not a musician, they can tell. It's like, oh, I never realized that band was that good. The reason that they're that good is just because they're playing as close as they possibly can to the original, within reason. You got to customize a little bit for yourself, whatever. So take your time, listen, find a good recording, watch out for the sevenths and all other stuff, the minors. Those are important. This is very simple, but it's important. Now, another thing you'll find, and I find this with like Eagles and other bands like that, is it may say A minor or something, but it's not. And you're singing it, it's not. So a lot of times in A minor, let me see if we can get this, it's actually just the two strings, like you're holding these two down. It's this. A very common one in songs we play is like, instead of a B, you're letting the strings ring in behind. So only your first, third, and pinky are actually holding the strings. Everything else is open. Same with the F sharp minor. Of course, I didn't play that right. There it is, right there. It's not an F sharp like that. It's this. Those are very common in songs, especially anything acoustic based. And it's that little tiny bit. A lot of times you can substitute open strings for the fancier jazz chords. I don't want to try and put my fingering like that. I'm singing at the same time and thinking of everything else the band's on. I'm the band leader. I'm doing, a lot of times I'm in charge of the sound, small gig. I want to simplify things. Open strings are awesome. With open strings, you can do a lot. Now, as far as covering stuff, if there's special licks, you got to cover them. But hopefully you're doing original stuff too. You're allowed to interpret stuff. But in order to sing stuff properly, you need those sevenths and minors and open strings and everything else. Take your time, figure it out. Christmas is, coming. You got time over Christmas. Spend some time on your guitar, learn a few songs, and try to learn them right. It's not going to be necessarily easy. If you've been at it for a while, sure, it's easy. I also don't recommend courses. Just do it yourself. It's like learning the piano. Say you're learning the piano and you're reading the music. I'm going to do a video about this. That's called a recital. When you play the piano, you listen along to it and you figure it out. Okay, and then you keep working at it and working at it. And then you add your own little things to it. Now you're playing. You're not reciting. Do your best. Don't be afraid to add your own little quirks to the songs. Watch out for the funny chords. And have yourself a very Merry Christmas. And for those who are local, hopefully we see you at a Christmas party. It's going to be fun. Special guests. RonRobinson.com. Like, subscribe. You know the routine. And be kind over Christmas. There's a lot of people stressed out. It's a stressful time of year. If we make it through December, see ya.